Good morning, everyone. My name is Heather Aston, and this is my channel, TT's Trinkets and Treasures. If this is the first time you have stumbled across one of my videos in this little corner of the World Wide Web known as YouTube, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope that you'll find this video informative and entertaining enough that you want to hit that subscribe button and change notification bells to all so that you never miss the release of a future video of mine. If you are a returning viewer, otherwise known as my treasure, I'm so happy that you're here and that you show up for me day in and day out. You all wouldn't mind hitting that like button and maybe leaving me a comment after the live to let me know what you thought of it. Or if there was something else that you would like to see me do, just let me know that. Okay, sorry. I'm seeing something out of the corner of my eye if I can even figure out what the heck just happened. Oh, here it is. I lost my lip liner right there, and so it kind of made me look like there we go. It made me look like I was having a stroke. Not that I was. I'm just saying it was driving me crazy. I need to not look at the screen while I'm doing this, but I did, and there we are. So, hello, Lynn and Barbara, Heather and Richard. I'm so happy that you're here. And that you wandered your way over here after Rosanna's live. I got my companion bundle in the mail today. Just as an FYI, I pay for expedited shipping on my value bundle and my companion bundle because I'm one of the last ones to be able to unbox my normal box, like my monthly box. So I'll splurge a little bit and do the extended shipping so that I'm not the last one to get that as well. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Oh, if you were here yesterday and you saw when I showed you how I kind of do the knotted spiral, not a knotted head pin, though I do use that. I just wasn't using it yesterday. I asked Sarah and she said it was not her. So I may have come up with it and just don't remember. That's entirely possible. So we all have those, things that we don't quite forget. I can see my hair's already falling down right there. So I'm just going to pin it up now rather than wait for it to fall halfway through the video. I'm not great with the bobby pinning and whatever else, but you guys are here for the beads. So I was going to wait a little bit, but yes, you did too, but mine is not coming till Friday. Yeah, I'm shocked that mine got here because it didn't even get into Arizona until like 10:58 last night. So the fact that they got it all the way over to my side of the valley and to my post office was a pleasant little surprise this morning. It had originally said it wouldn't be here till Friday. So hello, Delon. Hello, Tina. Your Olaf threw me off. So let's pull out my scissors so I can open this box up and get into it and see what we have going on. So if I can get it open. Goodness, they use good glue on the post office boxes. Holy cow. There we go. And they tape the sides too. Okay, well, there will not be any beads escaping from this box or any other that Bargain Bead Box slash Bead Box Bargain sends out. But, oh, also, I mentioned Hardwired earlier this week or last week, and somebody asked me how I was enjoying it. And somebody quipped that there's nothing that you can get from that you can't find for free on the internet. And I'm going to tell you that's not the truth. It's absolutely not the truth. The bonding with the other ladies and learning things are so much more than just that. And also, they asked for my opinion, so I would have preferred to be able to answer that myself. So, in the future, if you're here and someone asks me specifically for my opinion about something, I'd like to be able to give mine. So just right there. Hi, Cindy. Oh, I hope they've shipped yours, Richard. Yeah, I'm still mad at myself because I didn't watch the sneak peek for the value bundle or look at any pictures online. I just decided to surprise myself, and I'm still kicking myself for doing so because I would have bought more than one. The Z beads alone were beautiful, and I haven't made my way down to Bernie's yet, but I need to. So I did grab a couple of extra things, not nearly my typical order that I do with my companion bundle because you get free shipping. Obviously, I pay for expedited shipping, but yeah. So let's see. Aw, Kathy boxed my box again, which was so good of her. I'm not going down to the mat until I cover up the coupon code. We don't need another financial misstep of mine like last time when I put my debit card down on my bead mat with the info side facing up. I have like a little piece of hair that did not get put up in this thing, and it's driving me crazy. Okay, I think I got it that time. Okay, so I have like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things other than my companion bundle. So, and I only got one companion bundle this month. So we'll go through that first, and then I will go through the companion bundle. So let's go down to the mat. This is the companion bundle because it's in the same green bag. Here is my free gift, and it is 2 top drilled Amazonite teardrops. Which is cool because I love Amazonite. They're cousins. They're not twins or sisters, or they're cousins. But they're still pretty and will come in perfect for that time you want just a simple little bead. So they always send a little free gift. Okay. First off, I got some more Lumachina chain because I liked the size of it this month. It's like a really nice little size. Sarah did mention yesterday that it used to be called snail chain, so that was good. Hello, Mary and Rosanna. So I got more of this. It was $1.29 before the 30 percent off discount that I get as a subscriber. How did I forget all of this? If you do not get the Bargain Bead Box subscription on a monthly basis, why not? It's by far the best value. You get the best bang for your buck with them. They have stepped it up month after month after month. It's far and away the best value that you're going to get for dollar by dollar per each specific piece. They do plated metal almost every month. This month it's antique bronze, but they've been doing like 18 karat gold plated, 24 karat gold plated, sterling silver we had last month, and the little links. Platinum plated. They've just been stepping it up month in and month out. It is $24.99 a month. If you are not a subscriber or have never shopped on their sister site, the Box Bargains, I do have a coupon code. It is the letter T 3 times, so TTT and the number 2, and it will get you $2 off your first subscription box or $2 off your first order on Bead Box Bargains, their sister website. If you are a subscriber, the coupon code alone is worth $24.99. You get 30%. You get a coupon code that lasts through that current month until the end of the following month, and it is 30% off coupon, which is a great coupon code in and of itself. But the difference between their coupon code and others' coupon codes is that theirs can be used 10 times a day, every day until it expires, which you don't ever get a coupon code that you can use that often and over again. It's normally a one and done, and knowing like we didn't get the box almost till the middle of this month. Like it could have just been good for 2 weeks and would have been worth it in my opinion. Now you can use 30% off coupon for the companion bundle, but not on the value bundles, and that's because they have already lowered the price of those value bundles so low that they can't there's no more discount that can be given. If $24.99 is too expensive for you, they do a value bundle every month that is typically between $14 and $18, and it is a great deal. So if $24.99 is a bit much, especially if you're not sure you're going to like the subscription box, that is a good way to go because you can see what's in it before you order. You can with the companion bundle as well, although those are more expensive. But they have higher quality beads and findings and things of that nature in them that they can't afford to put in every box at $24.99 a month. So that one this month, I think it was like $36 after the coupon code. So they're not quite as tight of a budget for the companion bundle. So Bead Box Bargains really is trying to hit every price point so that as many of us as possible can get good beads for a great price. So that's my spiel about that. I apologize. Sometimes I forget to do what other channels like to call the housekeeping. I apologize for that. But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to let you know they have the best customer service. Like if you were on Rosanna's live, she had a bead that was missing the rhinestone, and so she contacted them and they sent her out a replacement as well as like a little free gift, like those little Amazonite thing, and somehow the numbers got transposed, and so they sent her out the wrong item. She contacted them. They apologized profusely and will be sending her out the correct item as well as another free gift. So even when there's a mistake, you still end up coming out better than before the mistake was made. So, okay, so we did the Lumachina chain, and then I got another strand of, oh, back down to the mat. I'm sorry. I got another strand of the 6x4 millimeter fancy rondelle, because the blue it's giving is like, I know it says olivine crackle. I don't see green in this. I only see blue in it. And since I just saw blue in the Kampaba Jasper for the first time, in the matte beads, I never really noticed that it's not just black in the ocular markings. There's also like navy blue in it, and I only saw that with the matte beads in the original subscription box. So I was excited. I really like these. I'm a little picky when it comes to like AB or whatever other coating there is, but I really like these. So I ordered myself another strand, and those were $249 before the 30% discount. And if you see on the bag here, the suggested retail value was $4.99. A lot of times when they release their box extras, they are sold for a price under the suggested retail value. Now, when it's plated items, or like last month when it was like the collar strawberry or cherry quartz, that you paid what the suggested retail value was before your bundle, though, of course. And then wavy donut spacers. I got some more antique bronze spacers. So I got these wavy spacers, and oh nope, that's not even what those were. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so the wavy donuts are these, and there's 4 of them in a bag. They were $1.49 before the discount, and they have them listed as pendants, which that would be a really cool pendant, but I see them as like really cool earring findings. So this one bag will give me 2 sets of earrings at little over $1 for the finding. So about 50 cents a pair, or 25 cents for each one of those. Again, I'm rounding down. They were $1.49. I paid 70% of that. So, but I grabbed some of those. Those were finding $11.96. Hold on, and put them with some very pale blue Amazonite. Oh, I'm excited to do so. Oh, honey, please don't think you have to apologize for grabbing beads. And I'm sure that you're good. You're good. Okay, so that was those. And then I had enamel brass textured. Oh, yeah. I got some more of these little guys, which these are are these them? Yes. Look at the number, Heather, on the bag. 4818. Yes. So these are the little pendants that came in the original box. The suggested retail value was $2.99. But I paid $1.99 and I got 2 more of them. and I get 2 boxes. So I'll have 2 pairs of earrings, which comes in handy with the pieces I've been making lately. But I'm excited to have those again. And then I got some of these Findings 5789, which is 10 pieces of 9mm 6-loop flower links in antique brass. I love these for bracelets. You can also use them to do multi-strand and a whole host of other things. But I really like these, so I grabbed some. They were 79 cents prior to my discount. So you take 24 cents off of that. They were just over 50 cents. And there are 10 pieces in each bag. So that's great. And then I got some more of those green Monstera leaf, which were 21 by 17 millimeter. In jungle green, they're $1.29 a set. So the retail value originally was $1.99, and we're getting them at $1.29 prior to paying for the box. So I love the silicone coating that they put over the top of this. So I like that a lot. And then we have the 27 by 14 millimeter Monstera leaf links in the antique bronze. I got several extras of these because I love them that much. I've already used them in my first design, and I used them here as well as in the pendant area. And I used those Z beads from the value bundle. These are the ones I said would have been worth it on its own. And I had this leaf or vase pendant in the exact same color. And on one side, it has you could call it a flower, you could call it a cross, either way. And it looks really cool. But if you flip it to the other side, it has this lightning bolt down. So you have a double-sided necklace. Just depends on which way you want to use it day to day. So I did get more of those because I was very, very excited to get it. Dawn, you're anxiously awaiting 2 orders. Your companion bundle. Oh. Yeah, I like to call my makeup my armor because it helps me feel better. It's not about looking good for anybody else. It's a personal thing for me. You guys have told me you don't have to worry about putting on makeup and da-da-da. And sometimes I don't, but it is something that I use as a mental health thing slash always in pain thing. So I love it. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Yeah, I was really happy with that necklace. Really happy with how this necklace turned out. It's one I was telling Rosanna, and Rosanna goes, well, that might just be one you keep. And I had also made a matching bracelet using the same faceted rondelles in the Kambaba jasper and just the leaf. And so I was I was quite pleased with that. I haven't made earrings yet, but and then I got 2 of these, approximate 15-inch strand of 6 millimeter hematite. It's not actually hematite. They are man-made. They are made to look and feel like hematite, but they're actually not. These are coated faceted round beads. $329 is suggested retail value before you take off the discount. I wanted to be clear about that because I would feel really bad if I said something, and even though they could read what Bargain Bead Box's site called them, I still like to be clear, especially because several of you get hematite spacers through me from Bernie's Beads, so I just don't want it to be confused. I got 2 of these. I really liked the size. I think it'll be really great in men's and women's jewelry both. So yes. Did I miss somebody? Oh, I'm so happy you were not watching and just listening. Richard, we would not want anything to happen to you. Okay, and then was that everything from the order? I believe it was. Wait, no. No, I got, these are the 30-piece 7 millimeter wavy disc spacer beads in antique bronze, $1.09 before the discount. They're spacer 1203. And like I said, I was just trying to get some more antique bronze spacers to use since that is the metal color this month. Okay. I'm not going to worry about putting this companion bundle in order. I'm just going to read the items off of the stickers, and we can go from there. I say that as I'm sitting here. Oh, goodness, I forgot those were in here. Okay. I didn't do it on purpose, but here we go. 28 millimeter Kambaba Jasper carved flower pendant, $7.99 is the suggested retail value, and I really like this a lot. I wish that I could have. So if anybody likes the rose one and would be willing to swap with me so that I can have 2 of these, that would be fantastic. But obviously not a requirement. It's your companion bundle. But there we have that. It's so pretty. It just reminds me of Hawaii right now. It's total like summer beach vibes. This one is number 6. They're 10 millimeter Kababa Jasper faceted coin beads. It is a 5-inch strand. $6.99 is suggested retail value. And I love me a good, oh, that's going in the center of something. Completely. This one has some sparkles in it. Yeah, that one is going in the center of a piece. Ooh, even the back of it is nice. I know it's not as green, and there are some, like, look at that one. They're so pretty. I love some good coin beads. I still go over to Sam's every now and again and search and to see if he has any new like mixed strands where they're the round coin and the square coin beads, because I just love them. But these faceted ones are beautiful. Oh, this was the other thing. There was a few things in this that I would have loved to have gotten multiple of, but it's fine. This is item 14, 2 pieces, 32 by 27 millimeter walnut wood monastera leaf pendants, $2.99, and they're absolutely stunning. And they are good quality walnut. You can see the like striations in them. They're not a knockoff wood that then, or sorry, a less expensive wood that is stained to be walnut. This is actual walnut. Those are just beautiful. Love those. Those might get used right like as soon as we're done here because those are really pretty. We also have 2 pieces, 27 by 22 millimeter cellulose acetate resin monstera leaf charms in green tortoise. Green tortoise. That was a mouthful and a half. $1.99 is the suggested retail value. I barely got through that. And these are also very pretty. I really like these. I wasn't sure I was going to because on the preview, these are very shiny and they have like hints of chatoyancy that you get in like different moonstones and stuff, but they're beautiful in person. They're very pretty. And then we have number 16, 6-piece set of 22 by 10 millimeter tree frog charms in antique bronze, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, $1.99. This is suggested retail value before the discount, or just the suggested retail value. These are cute. I thought they were going to be smaller. I don't know why, but I thought they were going to be. They're cute, whatever they are. And Lauren is correct. They belong in like a rainforest themed box all the way. Then number 10, swirled glass round beads and citrus punch. 7-inch strands, just a retail price is $3.99, and this does indeed look like that punch you get where they put scoops of like sherbet in it and it floats. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me right now? There we go. They're very pretty. They look exactly like that punch you get at like church things. You like the darker side yourself? Yeah. They're so pretty. Yeah, Lynn, you're going to love it. All of you. If you were blessed enough to be able to purchase one, it's totally worth it. Number 8 is a bronzite chip strand, 7.5-inch strand, $5.99. It's just a retail value. These are actually nice quality. You still are getting some that are drilled like right on the corner, or maybe it's drilled at an angle. You still get those, but they're they're a very nice strand of bronzite. Those could be used. These ones that I had. Number 13, 10 pieces, 12 millimeter glass flower beads in Magma AB, $2.99 is the suggested retail value. I don't know that they're my cup of tea, but they could be a customer's cup of tea. I have put out items that I was sure wouldn't sell, and they were the first items to sell. The AB is very strong. You guys are, it may look like a hint of it on your side of things. I can assure you that they're AB all the way. I will put those away. Number 18, 10-piece set of 10 millimeter bead caps and bronze patina. They are lead-free, cadmium-free. Their suggested retail value is $2.99. The last time that we saw these was the Sunken Treasure box with the big patinaed octopus, which I think I still have mine. Those are nice. You could even just put these back to back and create yourself a pretty cool looking bead that I think it looks amazing as a bead. I actually really like that as a bead, and that is probably how they will be used because that's cool. I don't like a lot of larger bead caps because I like them to frame a piece, not become the piece. But that's really pretty together, just like that. So you get a 10-piece set. So you get 5 of those little, you want to make them into spacer beads instead. These would be awesome above like one of the walnut pendants or something of that. Like this would be a good introduction to your focal, like using those in place of the leaf would have been, is what I mean, which I'm sure you guys get that. Sorry. Number 11, 12.5 by 9.5 glass faceted polygon beads in orange shimmer. $1.99 is the suggested retail value. We had these in clear with a gold wash. These go perfectly with these flower, and these are they're not saying, they have a more matte look to them, instead of it just being like shine. So these might be a good way to tone these down a little bit. But they go well together. You can just stick a spacer bead and alternate polygon to flower. Then number 5 to 6 millimeter red agate. It is dyed, faceted cube beads, 6 inches. Suggested retail value is $7.99. These are very pretty. Very pretty. I like these a lot. There's a lot of very nice banding. They're very pretty. These would also either punch up the polygon beads or kind of tone down the floral beads. Those are a really good way. There is a hair on my mat. I apologize. We're just going to leave that out of the bag. Okay, and then we have number 2, 8 millimeter Kambaba Jasper in the matte round beads, 15 inches. Suggested retail value is $6.99. And again, this is how I realized that there was blue in Kambaba Jasper. So we have some 6s to go with our 8. Oh no, these are 8s to go with. Which I can't remember what size the ones. I think they were 10 millimeter. But we got those. We also got some matte 6. We got 10s in the original box, 6s in the value bundle, and now we have the 8s in this box. So number 19, 6 pieces, 13 by 14 millimeter leaf links in antique bronze, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. Suggested retail value is $2.99. I really like all of these leaf links that we're getting, you guys. This would be perfect for an earring. You could either have your ear wire go directly in right there and hang a bead from the bottom, or vice versa. You could also use this as a clasp in a leather bracelet. I don't think you get anything above 1.5 millimeter leather through there, but you could use that and then just hang like a little charm or something from the hole. That would be really cool. You got 6 of them. I'm loving all these leaf links rather than them just being like a charm or a bead. I really like these a lot. Number 12, 6 pieces, 10 by 9 millimeter laser engraved wooden rondelle beads in black. So let's see what these look like. Ooh, these are cool. Again, you guys, month in and month out. Can you believe? Yes, I like that too, Heather. You don't like matte beads? I love matte beads. So I will swap out AB beads with people that don't like matte beads because I do like them. I will use them. I like to mix them with ones that are polished. That's what we do. But these are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it says that they're black, but they look like they're a really dark brown to me. They aren't coming across as like black. And that could be because they're not like high polished, but they look dark brown to me. They look beautiful to me. I love the etching that they did on the sides of those. Very pretty. Number 9 was 4 by 3 millimeter crystal rondelle beads in matte turquoise champagne. Suggested retail value is $3.99. These are also kind of matte looking. I'm sorry. When they said champagne, I would have thought that they were going to have like a little hint of sparkle. Again, I like a good matte bead. I love this. They will go, actually, I will show you how I will probably use these. These would be very nice spacers for in between the matte beads to kind of lighten up the matte a little bit. I think that it looks very pretty. They look gorgeous with the matte beads. But I did challenge Rosanna a couple months back to use matte beads, and she used the whole strand and actually liked the pieces that she made with it. So sometimes you just got to push yourself out there it's one of 3 bracelets that her Steve wears every day. So you might not even have to wait for a customer to like it. Your hubby might, or your partner might like it. So, and then, wow, there's so much stuff in this. I thought I was near the end. I still have 7 items we haven't opened yet. This one is number 21, 10 pieces, 10 by 9 millimeter, leaf textured rectangle Spacer beads in antique bronze, $2.99 is the suggested retail value. I should get $2.99 for not stumbling through that label. These are very pretty as well. I like these a lot because I could mix these in with the leopard skin and like that whole vibe as well. I didn't want to like say, oh wait, now I'm going to start over using, and include this in the other collection. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to be mingling them together. So yeah, there's so many. Yes, men's bracelets, exactly. Perfect. Okay. This is a strand that I do not like. Rosanna and I feel the same way about this particular bead. And I've found that it is true. People either love it or don't. And I'm in the don't side of the world. And that is malachite. These are malachite rustic faceted cylinder beads. It's a 7.5-inch strand. Suggested retail value is $8.99. And again, I don't. There's a couple of reasons that I don't like it. To me, it looks like phyllo doll beads that were cut and shaped out of phyllo. Am I saying that right? Fimo? Is it Fimo or phyllo? Whatever kind of clay it is. That. But much more expensive. And there's just, I have a little bit of a trigger with this because of a whole situation I'm not going to go into. But yeah, I don't like these. So if you like malachite, it's Fimo. Yeah, if you like malachite and maybe don't like a thing or two in this that I like raved about, let me know. We can barter those right on over to you. Number 3 is 8x6mm moss agate faceted rondelle bead, 7-inch strand, $8.99 is suggested retail value, and these are gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous. They're so pretty and sparkly, and I'll pull this up just so they go with the Compaba Jasper. This would be like Target, and this is Walmart. Like comparison-wise, because you can see those two next to each other. They're very similar, but you get to throw in another gemstone. And this would be a good alternative when you go down to your local bead shop to like beef up your collection. These are a great alternative that is less expensive than the Compaba Jasper. I didn't need to do the Compaba Jasper. I had quite a few beads in my stash already. Oh, oops. Number 7 is 12x8mm synthetic turquoise, man-made, cylinder beads, 7.5 inches, and it's just a retail value is $3.99. I wouldn't put these anywhere on the same plane as the other turquoise-esque offerings we've gotten yet this month. These would be good for fall though, because they do have like the yellowy green in it. So these are really nice. Hi, Leah. Yeah, she doesn't even like touching it. So when she does her unboxing, it will most likely stay in the bag. But yeah, those are really nice beads. They're probably, I'm 98% sure this is going to be the bead I could do without. Well, the two beads I could do without. But yeah. Number 17 is 4 pieces, 17.5 by 18 millimeter. Dragonfly Charms, bronze patina. $2.99 is suggested retail value. Oh, these are cool. We got toggles that look like this from them. From Beat Box Bargains, Bargain Beat Box. So those are really pretty. I really like those. You could even like take leather and go up one side and then back down over the other side. And then maybe even like if you went down, up, down right there, that could be pretty, especially if you're using like flat leather, suede, faux leather, whichever you might want to use. I might have to experiment with that a little bit because that could look really cool. Though I don't know that I'd want to cover up this whole wing side, so I'd have to play around with it, but it just came to my mind when I opened it. And then we got number 22. We did get a lot this time. 22 items. Holy cow. 2 sets of textured toggle clasps in bronze. $1.99. So we got some more really cool. I love that we got different ones in the original box, but these ones are the same, which is cool because then I can use them to go with earrings. And then I like to use my toggle bars on leather bracelets. They're easier to get in like a little loop without it having to be a large loop. So we have that. And then lastly, we have number 20, 38 millimeter ornate crescent pendants in bronze patina, lead-free, cadmium-free. $3.99 is the suggested retail value. And I love these. I especially love when Rosanna uses them in some big O earrings. They're so pretty. I think that I like this patina on the antique bronze more than on the antique copper. That's a personal thing for me, but I was kind of like, oh, we're going to get so many patina things this month. I like it on the antique bronze / brass. I really do like it a lot. So yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you could hang a charm from it. Yeah, if you just went up and back down one time, that's so true. She got some rain, that's all. Okay, well, if you get hit with any more, let us know. So this is a companion bundle. It had so much. They jam-packed this with it. So even though, again, this was a higher price box or offering, which most of the time this was like in the $35 range. If you have a coupon bundle, it's $35, $36. So it is a higher priced item or like collection, but I love that they have made this kind of the bougie cousin to the original box. it allows you to get more out of your money by doing so. That's really cool. I think I might make something using those little crystals. And some of the matte beads, but I think I want the smaller version. If I can find them. I have not organized any of my beadbox bargain stuff much this month. I need to, but I was having fun designing with that turquoise, you guys. I didn't want to say it until I confirmed it. That turquoise is what's kind of known as Prussian turquoise. It's from like Egypt and the Middle East, and so this is, it's so pretty. Oh, I just love it. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. I think, where did that just go? I think I've got these gold. I think that's going to be the metal that I decide to use in this. Or do I want to use these? I'm not done on the mat, sorry. Those will be so pretty in between the 8mm, or to go in between here and put some of the like gunmetal color bead caps on them. I kind of want to save these to go in a necklace slash like a whole set together. So I think I'm going to save those. So I'm going to stick those in the bag. And I might want to use those. I just have to decide if I'm going to string it or if I'm going to make links. These would be beautiful in between these. Like if you just had made these your focal and these the supporting beads, that would be very pretty. Let me see. Now I have a question. I know we got two. We got these small ones, and then we got some slightly bigger ones. They go, but where are the bigger ones? Yeah, I like this one better, I think. I wonder if picking the bags so that I have those for my records that are mostly non-existent, but you know, I'm wondering if we can put these like in between this, or if these aren't going to be big enough. That's what I was That's why I was like, I wonder. I also, you guys, ordered some 32 gauge wire because this was with 28 gauge and it was a little difficult to crochet and to be able to like see where your loops actually were. So I put it to this, I undid this, but I want to do this and then I can go like in out mattress or whip stitch it and pull it together around a cabochon. So I ordered some like 34 gauge or something like that, 32 gauge, something to see if it would crochet up well. Sweet dreams. Leah, thanks for popping on. It's in the full museum. Oh, okay. But I don't know if any of you would be interested in a tutorial on this, but there should be one coming. So I want to see. Grab one of these little scraps real quick. Eyeballing it, it's going to fall right in between it. Yep. Nope, that won't work. It needed to be like a millimeter bigger. Darn it. It will still look very pretty with it though. Not quite. I'm just gonna go ahead and. I don't know what's in this little box. There's something in it. I didn't finish going through my stackers. So. Yeah, if you put this on this 8mm, it will almost one on each side would almost completely take it up. But that's okay because that's not the way I'm going to use these. I'm going back and forth between if I want to use this with this on top of it and then just go through and decide if I'm going to, I think I'm going to take it more this green route, especially because I have some microfaceted 3.5mm Chrysocolla beads that are right up in this same family and could be like a little bit of shimmer through these. So I think I'm going to do that. I know I want to use these. This is that really pokey wire. Okay. grab a clippy. Put this at the end of it. I think I want one of the where are the I'm looking for the other leaf links. Not the Monstera, but the other ones that were. Let's see the bag. There we go. I think I want to use this one. So, not the link, but did I not actually pull out that leaf? Or did I pull it out and put it right back in the bag? I don't. Is that what I just did? Did I just like take it out and then put it right back in? I could. Okay. I'm not crazy, right? I did, well, not about this anyways. I did pull out one of the larger beads, leaf beads, the like link. That's the bag. What did I just do with it? Did somebody see what I did with it? Yeah, that's true. Tina, I could put some kind of bead inside so it would pop out. Here it is. I think I'm just going to use it as a bead itself. There's the leaf I was looking for. So this might have just gone and got promoted to a necklace over a bracelet. So we will put that at least at first. Put these. And my antique copper wire. There's my picture vesper. There's that. I just need the wire now. Because obviously this is a design on the fly since I just got the box. I don't see what I did with it. This is like blue, blue, blue. I think I'm going to use my oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I did not realize that was being held. No, there was not an earthquake here. Yes, this is the color Fluorite. Oh my goodness, come on. What is that on? Trying to figure out what's causing it to move so much. It's because my tripod is right up against my desk. So anytime anything gets bumped, it's causing it to shake. But we might have just had here is the other stuff that I have, but I don't think I'm going to use any of that. Okay. We are going to take this and cut it. I'm just going to take all of my tools off right now. Not all of them, but that way it stops getting jostled about. Okay. Okay, stop. You're fine. Calm down. Okay, cut my wire. I'm trying to decide if I want the antique bronze wire that I have is not this color. So I'm trying to decide if I still want to use it, even though it's not the same color. I could just use my actual bronze wire. There's that option too. I'll grab the different antique bronzes that I have over here, and we can decide which one we think looks best. The best part of this is that most of these different colors came from the same company. The batches just vary. Okay. So this is actual bare bronze wire. Bye, Richard. Sorry. Yes, I can try that, Tina. Okay, so this is actual bronze wire. It is kind of a champagne-y gold, is the way that I like to describe it. And then these, like I said, all from the same company, all different colors. But I think this is the closest, and it is 20 gauge. So that's probably what I'm going to go with. because it looks to be the closest in color, but I have the other ones up there should I need them. And I was told that you guys haven't seen any of my wire work in the last few videos because I was out of frame. So I apologize for that. I didn't realize. I feel bad, especially since I was trying to teach you that link. So I do apologize. Just gonna cut off like 2-3 inches here. And then I'm gonna grab my six-step bail making pliers. Actually I can go further down because this is just let's make the little link real quick to put those bead caps on so that you can see what that looks like, and so I can try putting beads in the center of that and then putting the bead cap on the bead. I think that's what you're asking me to do, Tima. Cut that off. So I would put one of these onto the wire like so. It doesn't really need to be. So if you want to see what it looks like with those, you only get the very center. Now, if you go in and you put another bead, I'll just grab this little, well, more than one of whatever it is I'm going to test this with for you. We can use those. Okay, so if we take the little orange beads that we got in this month's bargain bead box and we set that down in the bead cap, then you do see more of the bead. You might even be able to add two with, no, you'll see the second one. Well, kind of. Yeah, no, you see the second one. Let me try it just with like a little daisy spacer. So we're not going like, these are thinner. So if you did it like that, and then put the bead on it, and then we do another daisy spacer and seed bead on the opposite side to take up room on the inside. That's how it would look. It would probably, I would say this is, let me see, do I have a 10mm bead? I do. If you use this in conjunction with, like this is a big bead, it's either 12 or 14, it looks better. It's just a matter of what the size bead is and whatever else. Like I said, the way I'm going to use these, let me close this before I send 1,000 daisy spacers flying everywhere. I'm going to use this as a bead itself, all by itself. So the one thing that you have to be sure of, you could, I might just put 3 of these just to kind of keep these centered on the wire, since it will be with 2 of them. This way they're more apt to stay where you want them to. But either way, if you're going to use it this way, you're either going to want to glue the lip on at least one side of the beads, and then put it down in place and kind of hold it there while it dries. But doing it with the seed beads in the middle help. And I'm just going to go ahead and do like a really tight wrap, and we can see. Okay, let's bring Pixie back. There we go. Sounds good, Mary. That's true, Heather. I didn't think of that. I didn't see what you were saying about me going out of frame. Yeah, I switched where, that's why I pulled the camera back. I'm also zoomed in, like my hands are 6 inches from the camera. So that means that I have less of a workspace that is still under camera view. So I really do try to stay on frame for you guys. Obviously, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing, especially if I'm demonstrating a skill and or link, like the link that I came up with. I'm going to say, even if you get this on there pretty tight, that will hold it in place for the most. But I would still put a dab of glue on, which is what I'm going to do real quick. Can you just cut the wire, please? Oh my goodness. There we go. I don't know why that was so difficult. So, I know that I have. I've got to get the tripod off the side of the desk because that's annoying me. So I can only imagine how bad it's annoying you. I'm just gonna I just put a couple of little like dots of glue on this one side, and then I'm gonna put the other one on it. I probably should have had it strung. That would have been the better idea. I still have time to do so. I might. Let me grab this. I will most likely, it's staying pretty well actually. I'm trying to be very careful. Oh wait, I wanted to direct connect this to the focal. Um, it's not a crazy heavy focal, so it should be able to go right in there. Okay. I'm just going to kind of re-center that. And then we're going to leave that up there for a few minutes. That glue does tend to get, it bonds quickly and dries. It won't be fully cured until like this time tomorrow, but it should be cured enough to be able to put it on the focal. So let's see if we can just figure out the way our pattern can be. I'm going to want to start it probably with one of these on either side of the center loop. And then I'm trying to see. I'm completely blanking on what we were going to do. Oh. Mm-hmm. One, two, three. That works. And then I can pop that on. And then grab some of those little daisy spacer doodles. Oh, Heather, I was not upset with you at all. So it's glued right now, which is good, or gluing. So I'm just giving it a moment before I have beads hitting it on either side. So that's all. But the reason why I was a little perplexed is I wanted to make sure that I was doing the design how we talked about doing it. And I'm seeing something up in the corner. It was not those beads. I have these beads too that are like the perfect combination of color with these. But hi, Rose. I bought a 10-pack off of Temu. I don't do like, because the name brand is E6000 or E7000. This is just a knockoff of that glue. And I like it. I don't know if E6000, the only E6000 I've seen in other people's work, it is like they will put a glob of it on something and then use a piece of wire to um, to put the glue where they want it to go. I specifically bought these because of the precision tip. I also like the fact that even the brand new ones, they don't just come gushing out the way that like hypo cement does. For the first 6 months you're using it, just about. So that's why I got those. These could be cool for like a double strand bracelet with these same little crystals, and just have like these in whatever color metal I want to use in between. So I'm going to make sure that I don't use that whole strand of the crystals. Well, that did not do what I wanted. So that I can make a bracelet like that, I think it would be really pretty. And I could even do something similar to what I'm doing on the necklace, as far as doing the 3-stack of the larger bead in the middle. So I like that. I'm wondering if I shouldn't do a daisy spacer before I hit this, or if I should just do it after. So I'm going to test both real quick, see which one I like better. I like that a lot, actually. It kind of helps it transition from the 8mm down to the 4mm nicely. The other thing I was going to do, which I could still do, was I was just going to put one of the daisy spacers before I went back to that again, and I can still do both. And just putting, and then from there going to the next stack of 3 hashies. Nope, I just like it that way. I like it in between the stack of the hashies. Yeah, I got them. I like it a lot. Okay, so what kind of spacer do I want to go in between these? I have these we could use, like right there, and then go back to that again. I have those, like faceted little twisted oval beads. I have those. Ooh, I like those. I don't want it to be, I don't like when all of the beads are all the same size. Sorry, my brain. All right, sounds good, Heather. Thanks for coming on. You'll have to let me know what you think of the finished product. I think that's the one I like the best. Again, because it has that little lip at the bottom right there, so it kind of tricks your eye a bit, and it's kind of acting as like a spacer, a bead, a spacer. So I think that's going to be the winner. As far as which spacer bead gets used, I like this. It's really pretty. I just think it's that like that little lip for the transition that I'm gravitating towards. I said goodbye to Heather, right? I think I did. If not, you'll have to show us what your haircut looks like afterwards. Okay, yes, I think I like that the best. So I'm just going to come in. I'm going to do another daisy spacer. The stack of 3 of these. Yeah, I think I like this. I like it a lot. It's not just me, right? Sometimes just this okay, thank you, Lynn. Sometimes it's just that little, all of those spacers are within the same like size. So it was simply just that the little lip right there that made this the clear winner in my book. And sometimes that's all it takes. You just see that one, it just all of a sudden looks good to your eye. I'm curious, is this the spacer you would have gone with yourself? Or did you like one? So these were the other ones that I had out. So I'm curious to see, and this one's kind of, well, not on camera. I would say it's kind of hard to see how it has the facets, but these were the other 3 options that I put up. I had more that I could have gone through. Like I have these that are flat. Oh, I should have opened that. Oh, I like how dark this is. Okay, this is coming for a future project, but you like the one that I'm using. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just that little lip. And but you never know what's going to be that thing. And I'm going to come up for just a second so I can back the other camera away from being right up against my desk because that's what's causing all of the shaking. Yes. Okay, that's better. and I have to sit right up against my desk in order to, heck, okay. And we'll push this back up. Now I'm going to pull Pixie down. There we go. Hopefully the shaking will stop now, because I don't want anybody to like get seasick or motion sick or whatever, because my camera is being so sensitive right now. I should be able to put the pendant on so we can put beads on the other side and see how long we want to do this. Oh, also, if one of you that have ordered from me in the past could go on my TT's Trinkets and Treasures Facebook page, and tell me if you now have the option to leave a review. I just got, somebody did it the other day that says that that person recommended me. But I'm wondering if that's all you can do, or if you can actually like write out about your experience or not. That, so that I know if there's another step I need to be looking at adding to. I would really appreciate it. Okay, I think this, I'm going to stop here, go and snip the wire on the bail. The glue should be set enough that I can work with it. But if you've ever bought a, sorry, that was horrible English. If you've ever purchased like a bead cap combo pack, oh my gosh, come on, get in there. There we go. From Amazon, and there were bead caps that you just didn't like, or that were larger than you are comfortable using, any of that kind of stuff. You should go back and take a look at them and see if there are ones that you can put together like I did here to create a bead out of them. I would recommend going ahead and trying that out to see if that would in fact help you. My loop on this side is not sitting center, and it's driving me crazy. There, I think I got it fixed. But that would be a really good way to use up the bead caps in your stash. That side or this side? It's meant to be that side, but you might find a tip pliers. Sorry, I'm just straightening up my veil so that I can add it onto the wire. Which, like I said, it should be dry enough. Let me get some of these out of my way. Yeah, I really like that on top of the leaf. It kind of jazzes up the leaf a little bit because it is such a humble component. It's just, a leaf with some patina on it. So I really use that. You've used your bead cap other ways. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go back. And it's funny because just to show you a couple of things. So this is one that I got that is literally a bead cap, a wavy rhinestone bead, and a secondary bead cap that they put together to create this bead. This one, you can see the lines. So this was two pieces that were then tacked together to create a bead. And I'll tell you, I have also taken apart little metal beads that were like that because I wanted to use them as a bead cap. So it goes both ways. As Rosanna said, 6 of one and a half a dozen of the other. I think that's the way she says it. But it's just an alternative way. Just like if you don't like toggle bars or toggles at all, use the ring part as a charm or for an earring, whichever. And then I like to use my toggle bars for leather clasps, like leather bracelet or necklaces clasps, because you don't have to put as large of a loop. Using a button, you have to put such a large loop at the end. So it just, it works out either way. Let's click this other side so that we don't fall. And that was not smart of me to scooch those the way I did, because we went from small, semi-organized, grouping to everything's together in the middle. But yeah. So if you've never thought of that, or maybe you don't like a toggle to begin with, it's just not something you gravitate for in a class, oftentimes they come in sets. So you'll have enough to do a pair of earrings with them. I was a tad bit bummed that the toggles we got this month, they were in a set of 2, but they weren't the same toggle. But I get 2 boxes, so it's okay. I still will have enough to do beads with. You can also figure 8 on them. There are people that have used toggles in all sorts of different ways. So just play for a while. If you don't like something, See if there's another way you would use it. Earrings are the biggest way that I use them, and the leather, of course. That's my go-to. And this was a simpler design because it was a design on the fly. Most of my design on the flies are either a strung necklace, or a bracelet or something like that, because I just done an unboxing, so we had all of that time taken up. We're almost at 2 hours now, so I'm gonna finish off this side. I think I like the length of where it is, and I can just use some of the Lumachina chain, otherwise known as snail chain, I guess. At least that's what Sarah Lovecraft says. Which, as soon as she said it, I totally saw the snail. All right, let's see where we're at here as far as matching up. I stopped at exactly the same space. Do you think we go to chain at this point, or do we just keep stringing it? If I go to chain, I was kind of leaning towards putting a leaf link, but I only have one more of these. I just noticed this can also be a link, because there's that, it's not directly center, but it's close enough. I don't think the other leaves we got, no, one of them should go with it. No, I think that's a different leaf. It's okay. We don't need to do it that way. You guys, get out from underneath my desk. You could use these too. These are mine. Sorry. You won't find those in your bag. Sorry. What do you think? I think I want to do at least 2 more in the pattern on either side, and then I will add chain. I like this pattern a lot, so I want more of it in the necklace. So there's one more middle spacer. I'm okay with a little bit of chain poking through on the side of the neck or whatever else, but I think I want it to be more patterned. do that on the other side. And then we'll kind of take a peek and see if I'm good with the amount of beads in the length. I finished redoing all of the links. Oops. I'm gonna hold that in my hand. I forgot to put the spacer bead. Hoping I held those in my hand well enough that I can just, well, I probably didn't until I turned my hand. One. You didn't hear like the flying. Our little secret. Just so I want to talk about this really quickly. This necklace is a very good example of transitioning your beads. So I went from this size down to the smaller daisy, back up to the crystal bead. Then I used the metal bead, which is larger, and then I decreased in size. And I did that over and over again. And that lends some very nice texture to your pieces when you are able to do so. Yeah, I think that's much better. I'm much happier ending the necklace and just adding just a little bit of chain for up and around the neck. So yes. Yeah, I like these bead caps glued. It was the right move for those. Okay, now I need to get some jump rings. 1, 2. One to attach the toggle, and then I want a larger, thicker one for the clasp. Is that the same thick? It's not quite the same thickness. I might just go into this larger jump ring here for the clasp. Yeah, that's the size I want to use. Is it? This one just isn't as thick. If this was a thicker gauge, I would be using that. I just don't want to. Is that the same thickness? No, I think that's a little bit thicker. If my eyes are playing tricks on me. Okay, I like to use either gold or the hematite ones. I think gold is going to look better. Yeah, I really like the beads. These were bead caps that I just glued together. They were really big, but I think they're really pretty back to back, turning it into a metal bead rather than a bead cap. All right, take part of this off. On one side, I'm going to grab a crimp. Let me make sure that I will just make the loops and go from there. Okay. Slide my crimp bead on there. Gonna come pull this down into place. I like smaller loops. I'm gonna stick it in the little divot on the inside of the pliers. You want to center that and squish. Rotate and squish again. Rotate. I'm not having any resistance after the first bead. I love those new magical crimpers. I did notice that one of them works better than the other, but that could all just be in my mind. But that was the way the original ones were as well. Okay, I have it curled up so that I know there's still movement to the necklace, and therefore I can go tighter up by the loop, crimp, rotate, crimp, and I will let you know I have cut crimps off that were crimped the traditional way and with the magical crimper, and any damage to the wire, I have found the magical crimper isn't as bad. That's my experience. It may not be everybody's, but it wasn't mine. So let's see here. Chain. We are looking for chain. No, I don't want to use. I'm thinking I used the same one that I did on the other one, but I don't because I do though have. Let's see if it's right here. I have this texture chain, and it's darker than the Lumachina. I think I'm gonna go with this because this the Lumachina is pretty like that's all you're gonna see. This is just a hello, a supporting actor or actress. I'm going to use this class, but I'm not going to use the jump ring that it's connected with. It's thinner, and I prefer, especially on my clasps, to use a thicker gauge to attach with. I like this textured. I like this better. So we'll grab some pliers and twist to open our jump rings like a door, not out like that. I probably should have measured to see how much chain I was going to need, but I will do that as soon as I attach this. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and measure this out to see where we are as far as length goes. When you are calculating length, do you do it from the top of your pendant or do you do it from the bottom of your pendant? Because I've noticed that people do both. I personally do just the strung portion. That's what I measure. After you've measured that to make sure that the length is where you want it, then I could see like demonstrating. So it's at 7:14. So I think I will do 3 inches of chain. Okay, put that on so I can measure where to cut the chain for the other side. The rest of this will go back in my chain area, including the link channel. The top of your pendant, yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people do that. There's no point in doing so. It doesn't do anything. Once your bead is up against the crimp, there's people say it doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing. The crimp doesn't look centered. There's all these reasons that people do or why they do it that are not actually, I don't think it's going to look any more centered. The crimp is still the crimp. The crimp is still in the center of the wire. The crimp is still going through the bead. It's on the same wire, so I don't understand. Again, that's where everybody's personal preference comes into play and is one of the reasons that some of us got into jewelry because we didn't like what was out on the market for ourselves. So this was a hobby for me when I worked in corporate America. And then I got really heavy into macrame and stuff when I stopped working as a way to have something to focus on outside of the pain that I'm in every day. And it's done just that. Now, I can't decide if I want to do the big loop or the smaller loop for the clasp. Either one is fine, but I think I want to go this one because it's darker than the larger one, and the clasp is darker. So is the chain. If I had used the Lumicina, this would have been the one that I would go with, but because I did not, and I went with the darker chain, and clasp, I'm going to go with the, this is still a 7 or 8 millimeter jump ring, so it's not in any way small. But I will do this. I will stick it on my board, bring you guys up top once I do, so you can see the finished piece as it hangs. Okay. So this is how it looks when it hangs. Now there is, there's chain along the back of this, but I didn't go down over one of the hooks and back. If I did it like that, then you can see it up against the wood better. But I'm really liking it a lot. And I have started doing more collection style with my bead boxes. So I think those can be in the same collection, even though they're obviously different colors and whatever. The color schemes go together. And I think that it looks nice. I also could have added leather around the back of the neck for these, for either one of them. And I think it would have been really pretty. I'm a little leathered out after the men's design challenge, but I love using leather. So it will be coming back around very quickly, probably this month, because there were a couple of different, I have some things percolating up there. So corporate America means like you're working in an office building and it's not like a manufacturing position. Like I worked as a human resource. I was in human resources. I was also the assistant to the CFO, and I did the budget for 3 sites of one company, $3.1 billion every single year. So I also help with some sales stuff and things like that. So it's more like managerial and office work. Yeah. So that's what corporate America means. It's a higher stress job as well. In a lot of ways, it can be. So thank you, Georgina. I appreciate that. Okay, good. I'm glad everybody is on the same page. Rosanna, you also do from the pendant up. Yes, that's what I do. I have never understood when somebody lays down a necklace and goes, and you see them measuring it. And I'm like, that pendant is not giving you any more room around your neck. So it's never made sense when I've seen other people do so. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm probably going to do a coordinating bracelet for the necklace I did today. I'm probably also going to be gluing the rest of those bead caps together to form metal beads because, oh, am I still buffering? I hope you guys are enjoying this. I am going to be doing some bracelets that go with those. So yeah, you never measure yours. It's short, medium, or long. Yeah, and I have silly names for them as myself, which is like if it's right here at the collarbone, I call that a Becky necklace because that is Becky Foster's go-to length for necklaces. It's how she prefers to do it. And then my other one is just like just below that. And then I refer to one as like a sweater necklace because I'm more apt to wear it with like a t-shirt or a sweater because it's the shirt is up against my neck and my chest isn't exposed. So I don't mind wearing longer necklaces that like hit here or whatever else. So it, I don't know. So those are the lengths that I do. I do say like I'll say a longer necklace if it's not one that I would be okay with wearing if my chest were exposed. I prefer either the Becky length or the length right under that. But again, personal preference, and we can all pick it and go about our day the way we have. You're welcome, Lynn. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. You always name. Well, yes, because I do have. I like to every once in a while put like a long connector or extender chain on the back that you would wear with an open back top neck dress, whichever, so that they see you coming and going. That's a lot of fun for me. I like little things like that. It's just something, I don't know. I just like that. So, I will, unless something comes up, which I will see you in 4 hours from now, 3 hours and 45 minutes from now. So, got to figure out what I'm going to do there. Does anybody have anything that they would like me to show? I'm also going to finish up the necklace that I started yesterday with the Egyptian Persian turquoise that I have that I'm just in love with. I am happy to say that I'm going to be getting multiple pieces out of one. Aw, tell him happy birthday. Um, I am happy that I'm going to be able to get at least 2 sets. Although I prefer just to like do where you can pick your own and just pick through. So, no, Wednesday wind down. It's kind of our like after dark episode. I always have like a little wine glass on it. It's just something silly. So yes, I go lives on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights. I'm only supposed to be on in the morning, Monday and Fridays, but it seems like most weeks I end up adding at least one other day, if not 2 or 3, and just do all of them. It's a little easier for me to do so now that I'm not doing a sale, but no, for 3.5 hours from now, right? No, for 3.5 hours from now. Sorry, I had to think about that for a moment. My brain was buffering. It just bled over to on the screen. So yes. Ooh, you give every necklace a name. That's cool. That's Interesting. I love that, actually. I hope you don't mind if I borrow that in the future. That's like nice, but um, oh, so it's only I can't math. Yeah, you're already into tomorrow. I forgot. You're an early riser, though. All right, ladies. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys always showing up for me. Yeah. So then, yes, at 10 o'clock your time. That is when it. So I have no idea what just happened on my screen, but that was weird. Okay. I hope to see all you guys later. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button before you leave, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you can go check out my page on YouTube or on Facebook and see if you are in fact able to leave a review now, not just a recommendation, but a review. I'd appreciate it. We are going to be having a sale in the next couple of weeks. We're going through all of the inventory from past sales, and we're going to do like a little, like a big bonanza sale, very um, good prices. So it'll probably be either next weekend or the weekend after that. It's not going to be this weekend, but this weekend's when we're figuring all that out. So, as always, and until next time, happy beading, everyone.